I want to switch gears now. You were on the Oversight Committee, and there are two IRS whistleblowers who say an investigation into Hunter Biden was slow-walked, and they're going to be testifying on Wednesday. Do you have concerns about something, of course, your Republican colleagues have very much zeroed in on, which is this WhatsApp text message where Hunter Biden is invoking his father while he is looking for a commitment, raising the question of if he was looking for a payment from a Chinese business partner?
Yeah, well, first of all, my Republican colleagues in Oversight, which have turned the committee into a circus, their first whistleblower turns out to be a Chinese foreign agent, someone working with the Iranian regime and selling illegal Chinese weapons to the Libyans. And so that obviously questions the entire investigation process that they're willing to stoop to that level. Additionally, they're working with this guy now at the IRS. In the last administration, Republicans said that all these whistleblowers were part of the deep state, right? And we shouldn't listen to a word they say. So is Gary Shipley, the guy they've called from the IRS, is he a member of the deep state? Was he not paying his deep state dues? Did he disassociate from the deep state? Why do we believe anything he says? And oh, by the way, the prosecutor, David Weiss, who was appointed by Donald Trump, who's been leading that investigation, has already his questioned some of the things that Gary Shipley has said. So, look, this is all in an effort to own Hunter Biden. Look, obviously, he's someone who struggled with certain things in his life. He, lost his brother at a young age, lost his mom.
Let me ask you about that. No, he did. Yes, he lost his sister, lost his mom, then lost his brother, had a substance abuse issue. No doubt about this. People with substance abuse problems obviously do things that people without them do not. He could have been lying in this text message. That's entirely possible. Yes, Republicans stand to gain politically and have certainly seized on this issue. All of those things you were correct about. But this text message, isn't it also important to get to the bottom of this, especially when you have so many Democrats who are concerned about President Trump's adult children and his son-in-law who are using their positions for financial gain? Are they upholding that same standard now on this?
Well, Trump's children were in the administration, number one.
True.
And number two, Trump's son-in-law, who was also in the administration, right, couldn't pass security clearance, and then they overruled. Just to be clear,
some of them were not. In this case, at the time, you're correct, Hunter Biden's father was not in the administration, but of course he would later go on to be president. So, these are obviously someone with a political future. And this is a real text message. Is this something that it's important to get to the bottom of?
Well, as you pointed out, we have a text message. Look, there's a prosecutor that's been looking at issues like this now for 5 years. And so if Hunter Biden violated the law, then just like we say about Donald Trump, no one is above the law, then obviously the prosecutor needs to bring charges, just like they did on the tax issue and on the gun issue. That being said, we don't know if Joe Biden was sitting next to Hunter. That's the bipolar thing that my colleagues do. They come out and they say, Hunter Biden, he does drugs and he does this and he does that. And then they find a text message and they want to treat like it came down from Mount Sinai on a tablet from Moses. We have no idea what this text message means. And so they're not doing real oversight. They're not trying to get to the bottom of this. They're trying to pump up Trump's numbers in the polls by going after the Biden family, trying to turn them into the Sopranos. It's a complete joke. Okay, and it's not the same what went on in the Trump administration with Jared Kushner taking $2 billion from the Saudis.
Look, and as we look at this text, entirely possible that Joe Biden was not sitting there, as Hunter Biden is alleging. He alleges that he was in the text. Entirely possible he wasn't. To your point there, raising some ethical considerations, certainly at the very least here. But I do, Congressman, want to thank you so much. This is obviously going to be a day of some drama on Wednesday, and obviously a lot going on with Israel as well this week. So we thank you so much for your time.